Welcome PSY 309 students. This is my week 10 commentary in our spring 2018 semester together. We are now in the latter part of the semester, so be mindful of the fact that we have but 5 weeks left. That being said, by the end of this week, Test 3 is to have been submitted, leaving only Test 4 and an optional test for those who would like to try for a higher test grade. This week's content is all about late adulthood and work, moving into retirement and so-called leisure activities. This is an interesting area to explore only because activity level is such an important predictor of quality of late adulthood and satisfaction. So Whitbourne will take us through a look at 2 major theories on personal fit to work, as well as stages of so-called careers. I must say, though, that I think this is, again, one of the weaker chapters in Whitbourne, simply because of the assumptions about careers, and for that matter, leisure. I think, as you all know, in reality, careers are an idea that have limited application in the 21st century, as in most people have multiple jobs, if not multiple careers. So that as we look at late adulthood and investment in work, we have to think in terms of the modern context as well as the classical context presented in the book. So that being said, on the discussion board, I hope we'll explore some of the authentic experiences of reaching the end of one's working years and the transition to other ways of spending one's time. Needless to say, the risks of being inactive and engaging in disengagement, if I can mix my words that way, in essence, being less active externally in the community, are one of the great decision points of late adulthood. So I hope on the discussion board we can fill out what is a rather limited presentation in this chapter and consider what are essentially best practices for elders as well as caregivers, and how we might re-envision late adulthood beyond the 20th century model of careers and retirement. So I look forward to seeing your input in those. I'll be happy to help you with your course projects, as now is the time you should certainly be developing them. Remember that in week 13, you're going to be asked to do an oral presentation of your draft of the course project, and we're sorting out the peer groups now, so participate in that if you haven't already, and confer with me if you're having any troubles with either the projects or preparations for your oral presentation. I think that's enough for now, and I look forward to hearing from you if I can be helpful.